Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account. We're going to be doing the top 5 wilders in this series, guys. We've really been breaking it down quite a bit. Starting, of course, with the number 1 within the Wilder faction currently, which is the Awakened version of Leica, guys. Now, like we have said before, with the Awakened heroes, the 30960 is really the minimum to unlock all of their skills and abilities. So Leica is no different, the plus 30 signature item. This is going to be huge, guys. The bonus granted by Starlight increases by 10%, up to 10 increases, which is kind of crazy with the signature item. So the Nebula bow, you do want to max out. The N for the furniture, the exact same, guys. Starfall arrow recovers Leica and her followers 500 energy, which is, of course, halfway to an alt, which is amazing, which is the reason why this hero is so strong, guys. Now, looking at the engraving, we are taking her to a 66. You can see I did take her a little bit higher. I took her to a 68 because I did add a couple more nodes in there. But ultimately, you want to take her to a 66. So you'll take this to a +5. And then you're looking for the physical pierce node, which is this one, guys, would take her to a 66. So 5 right here, 1 more right here. I did take up the crit damage amplification and the crit haste node. So that is how I got her to a 68. But again, the 30966 is really the ideal build because I do min-max for a lot of places that we do use the hero. I built her out a little bit further, making Leica the number 1 wilder to build right now. And of course, guys, right behind her is the Awakened version of Solus. Now, of course, because she is a support hero, that really gives her a unique capacity to be in a lot of different formations. We have seen her and still see her in a lot of utility. A lot of different places, especially like Dark Namora. I believe she is still the best in slot for that Twisted Realm. And then the Cursed Realm, the Nightmare Corridor, still seeing a lot of utility. Still seeing her in the Treasure Scramble as well, making her ideal. But similar, again, to all of the heroes, guys, plus 30 signature item on here to unlock the stats and abilities that she has. 9 of 9 furniture makes a big difference in here. And then the plus 60 engraving. Now, as you can see, the same that I did for Leica, I did for her. I took her to 68. But overall, guys, as long as you get her to the haste is what she's looking for. So looking right here, guys, the haste node, most players can just take her to a 61 with that single haste node. Now, because I min-maxing them, I actually built out the attack node because, of course, attack is going to allow her to do more healing. And then I also did do out the magic pierce. So we built out both of those, taking her to the 68 as well as the crit and the haste. Again, because we wanted a little bit bigger build, being able to be more competitive. But the 30961 is really all that you need for Solus, which puts her in the number 2 slot when it comes to our Wilder heroes. Now, the next one we look at, guys, is Tamurus. Tamurus, still a ton of utility in different game modes. As a buffer, as a crowd controller, we are still seeing not as much utility as we did once upon a time, but overall, still for that buffing aspect, very strong in a lot of different game modes. Now, Tamurus does need the plus 30 signature item. It is the enthusiasm that Tamurus really needs, especially giving that enthusiasm buff to the rest of the teams. This is the big one, guys. The maximum number of enthusiasm increases to 10, and he already starts with 5 of these at the beginning of battle. Now, the furniture for him is massive. As you can see right here, each stack of enthusiasm he has increases the attack rating of all allies by 4%. That is right, 9 of 9 furniture is absolutely required on him. If you do not have it, you're not going to have that attack rating buff. So essentially, without the 9 of 9 furniture on Tamurus, you are not going to see some effectiveness. And again, because he can now stack to 10, for every stack of enthusiasm he has, he's giving that 4% buff. Now, when it comes to the engraving, we're actually taking him to a 36, so a little bit higher, guys. And this is focused on the insight and the haste. So you'll actually build out the haste node right here, the haste node right here, the haste node right here, guys. So all 3 of those are going to be the haste node. Going to give him a little more of the crowd control ability, but essentially you want Tamurus attacking as fast as possible and that crowd control happening as fast as possible. Same with the stacks of enthusiasm, guys. When you're stacking haste on him, it is going to give him the ability to buff up faster just based on the build that we have in the engraving, and also stacking haste on all 3 nodes with this hero, putting him in as the number 3 hero within the Wilder faction. Now, number 4, we do stick in here with Nevi. Neve, again, still seeing a lot of utility. It seems like in a lot of different game modes, especially if you have ads. So looking at Grez, looking at Baden, looking even at the Awakened version of Solus, works incredibly well. If you're looking at Mishka, does buff the summoner out very well. Now in this one, guys, plus 30 signature item, absolutely. When she uses her ultimate, she dispels most healing restrictions inflicted on her and triggers the connecting branches skill. You definitely want that, guys. Now, furniture, the 3 of 9 furniture is all that she really needs. You can get the 9 of 9 building it out a little bit, but the 3 of 9 furniture, absolutely a big priority, guys. And then for the engraving on her, she really only needs 33. So really just the build of the original furniture, then a little bit higher with just the haste, guys. That is where we're going to build her above and beyond. So there are a couple nodes in here that does offer her haste or does give her additional haste, which is the reason why players do build it out a little bit further, is getting those skills and abilities built out or getting her the ability to actually cast much faster. Again, building out the haste notes with Neve, putting her in as the number 4, guys. And the final one that we look at, still again seeing a lot of utility, is Mishka. So Mishka, of course, did get a really, really cool skin. Overall, guys, Mishka doesn't need the plus 30 signature item. Again, the optimal build, you can go with the plus 20. This isn't going to do anything but really survivability at a plus 30, but the plus 20 signature item will work on here. Big thing with Mishka, similar to Tamaris, is the 9 of 9 furniture. This is the big one, guys, is you are going to get the ultimate ability off several times because of the build on here. Now, when it comes to the engraving, you want to do the 61. So not just the 60, but you do want to do the haste node. That is, I believe, right over here. So adding, again, a little bit more haste in here, maxing out that node and keeping her at a 61 would allow her for the build. Now, again, the honorable mention in here, guys, is Orin. Orin does require a very significant build out, kind of like what we've seen with Crescio. The more that you put into the damage dealing heroes, especially him, the better he is going to perform. Now, I built him out to a 309. I believe 60 is where we kept him, just like a majority of heroes. We only take them to the 60. Now, he is a sub for Athalia for the Awakened version of Thane. Couple heroes, he's easier to build than they are. But overall, guys, you want to build him out. And again, the higher that you build him out, the more he's going to perform and the better you're going to find the utility within the hero. So again, he is kind of the honorable mention within here. So first, number 1, guys, of course, the Awakened version of Leica, followed by Solus. The Awakened heroes do carry so much power in here. We have Tamaris coming in 3rd, followed by Neve, and then, of course, Mishka coming in at number 5, and then Orin getting the honorable mention when it comes to the wilder heroes. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.